So in general, like let's just start from here. And I've got my weight down here by his hip, and I'm actually carrying my weight on my foot a bit, so I'm not putting a lot of pressure. Normally when we do this, we'll have our knee right up here just under the rib cage, and my foot's off the ground here. So I'm centered and I'm bearing some weight here. And then the other part for control, I'm looking at controlling here, here, and catching underneath this. Why underneath the arm? What are your thoughts? If he goes to turn into me, what are we gonna run into?
Cross.
This is just framed right here. So it's real difficult for him to turn this way. So kind of pushing this across. And I'm holding up here also so it keeps him from attacking my leg over here. So when I'm here, he may be grabbing or trying to get his arm in, but I'm just keeping control under the elbow. This is difficult, and I'm framing on my arm, so it's difficult for him to get that arm back. And I can push and start sliding him over, which is what I want. I want to isolate this arm here. So if I want to come back here and start working attacks or feeding the collar or some of these things, I want to be able to get behind this arm. So now a lot of times I push him across, and I'm doing this, so what does he want to do? He wants to get this arm back to the ground, right? So when he works to get this arm back flat, we're gonna bring an arm up, and we'll slide it down. Now here, you notice, none of my body anywhere is on the ground. My calf, here, not any piece of my body is touching the ground. I'm completely on him, all 190-ish. So we're here. This leg is gonna slide off, but immediately replaced by that. So then we can pick up here and then isolate this arm, start working these attacks, the paper cutter, or bringing this across, and then the leg attacks open up, we can stay across here. But the main thing is, I'm staying really mobile, so I can move up, I can attack the arms, head, legs, and I'm staying mobile. So then from here, I'm framing back up, maybe he got this arm in or what have you, so I can just, as he maybe starts to move to his left, I'm gonna come around here, I can push back into him, and bring here. If while I'm here, he rolls away, I just want to push him back across. So I'll come here, windshield wiper, push him back across. And now if he starts to roll away, I'm going to set a trap for him. When he rolls away, we'll catch the arm. So the whole thing is just this game of back and forth, use your legs to isolate them, look for a way to isolate an arm, head and arm. And remember, you still have like the baseball bat choke, the paper cutter, and all those. But the whole time, your goal is just to move around and look for ways to isolate one arm or the other so the other things open up.
So when your knee is up here, is it on his collarbone? Is it on his face?
Okay, so for a training partner, so we're here. So if we're here, I've got this arm stapled down. Mm-hmm. A point to note is it is between like my instep and my knee. So he can like move his arm here a little bit. I'm not pointing my toes to where my shin bone is digging into his bicep. Okay. Because as soon as I do that, see how he starts to freak out? Now I have to hold him down while he's freaking out. I want to keep this like my foot's kind of curled up like this, so his arm is sitting right in that crook. So he feels pretty content. He can move it. You can see right here behind it. It's just sitting right here. So I've got pressure, but I'm not digging it in here and making him move.
But you're also not on your toes.
I'm on the tops of my toes here just to kind of keep it. I'm keeping it as flat as I can without digging into him. Okay. Because here he doesn't want to move because he'll run into something, but it still keeps him bound. Now from here, my goal is to isolate this arm, and in this case, I'm going to get my head on this side. Now you're asking like with the arm on the or the knee on the head. It really depends. So a lot of times I may bring this elbow in. If I can grab here, I'll bring this elbow in, and here he may bury his head because he doesn't want me doing this. In those cases, I'm just gonna push here. Now in this case, I'm going kind of up his neck. I'm trying to be a little gentle, but again, I'm still also trying to apply some discomfort. So I'll bridge into the neck a little bit to get this.
Is that uncomfortable, John?
A little bit.
But I'm not trying to like grab it and shove it across his nose or cheek or something.
So you kind of put it right on the crook?
Yeah, I kind of put it here, because what's happening is I'm coming here, I'm trying to isolate this arm, he's ducking his head. He doesn't want me in here. So I need to keep him a little bit flat. So I'm gonna push from the shoulder and bring my knee straight up. And then now here, my elbow's going into the gut. But I'm not driving the pressure, but I'm framing here to where You know, it's not pushing forward any past here. So right here, it's not really even touching me much. But if he tries to turn into me, it's uncomfortable. So I'm balancing that. Obviously, self-defense or whatever, this is gonna be a really heavy knee to the face or whatever you need to get what you want out of
So
it.
you can, for that arm that's trapped, you can, the point of that is just to trap the arm, not
Trap it.
dig the.
No, because what happens if you start digging it, he starts flailing,
So you use more.
and
energy
now I've
trying
got
to
to
keep him
try to ride him, which makes me tired, and it actually gives him opportunities to get out. So when you're here, he's kind of content to stay here where it doesn't really hurt. If I do this for him, then he's going to start flipping out, and now I'm trying to ride this. Whereas what I really want is him just to be still.
When you're going to the knee on the neck,
Uh-huh.
do you dig it in at all then?
Not really. I just frame pretty. I mean, you can. I mean, it's I won't call it a dick move, but it's borderline.
Okay.
So especially, so my goal is to isolate this, because what I'd like to do is just do the paper cutter, where I bring my arm in here and grab and drop it down. But he's burying his head, so he's not letting me get this. So then I just bring my knee up and push it for him.
Okay.
And so you can even drive your knee like down into the neck. But again, I'm just isolating the arm at that time.
Okay.
And cops can't do that.
No. He's definitely knee on shoulder.
I think the knee on neck is a bad thing.
No, it's just frowned upon.
According to the news, I hear it's bad.
It's just frowned upon.
I've heard about that once or twice.
Yep.
Good times. I gotta get.